Okay, I am so excited for this. I have Sarah on here tonight, and I'm really excited for this because I really don't know that much of her story or that much about her. So I'm going to be learning so much with you guys and asking her lots of questions. And if you guys have questions as we go, feel free to put them in the chat and we will get through them. But Sarah, if you want to just start off with just sharing your story, when did you get started and how did you get to where you are now?
Okay, so sorry. I got like the red light on my baby monitor, and so I was like, "Oh, I need to plug that in." I was just on another Zoom with some other girls on my team, and I have two monitors because I have three kids, ages 3 and under. So, hi, you guys. I am Sarah Brewer. I am a triple diamond currently, but soon to be presidential. I'm just claiming it out. But I joined the business 4 years ago. Yes, mom life for sure. I joined the business 4 years ago, and I was 5 months pregnant with my first child. Now we have three little boys. So I never really stopped being pregnant. So that's been fun. I'm done now, closed for business. But when I was scrolling on social media, like Instagram one day, and this girl posting about how she could travel because she retired from her job in her 20s. And I was like, what? You retired from your job? And so I messaged her and was like, hey, I probably don't want to do what you're doing, but what are you doing? Like, how are you traveling? How did you retire? And I mean, the rest is kind of history, but there's a lot of history. I was one of those people that kind of jumped in right away because I had a why. Like, I did not want to work when I had my baby. But like, we couldn't not, we can't live on one income in today's world. So, at least we didn't want to. So when I when I started, I just decided that like this is going to be my thing. Like this is going to be my career. This is going to be what pays the bills eventually. I knew I was realistic with it, that I knew that like I wasn't going to be this overnight sensation, but I could be the closest thing to an overnight sensation if I just learned and got on these Zooms, like keep getting on these Zooms. Like I remember when I first joined, it was like my first week and I was working like 60 hours a week. Like I said, I was pregnant. I worked nights, weekends. I was always on call because I worked in IT. Um, and so it was like, I don't know how I found the time, but I just, like I said, I just decided that this was going to work. And so I remember my first week, I got on a Zoom, very similar to this. Somebody, I can't even tell you who, but somebody spoke on it. And the stuff that she said just kind of resonated. So I want to encourage, like, not like I'm anybody special that I'm going to say all these things, but I do want to encourage you guys to just allow yourselves to like put your phones down, put away, and just really um, like soak in this time that you feed yourself. Like we don't get ourselves very, and especially if you're a mom or a college student or full time, whatever your story is, we don't get to have that dedicated time. So I just want to give you guys permission to just let us be fed. Okay, I jumped on a Zoom that week and I was like, okay, other people are making this work. They're successful. What are they doing? So I taught myself a lot. I mean, the girl that I enrolled with is amazing. She's still in the business, been in it for almost a decade. And we have become such close friends. But I still decided that like I wasn't gonna wait on her to um like teach me everything or come to my house. Like she lived in another state. So like I wasn't gonna wait for her to like come to my house or any of these things to like make like have my business. So I learned a lot on YouTube. Like I would just search people. I knew leaders' names. I didn't know them personally, but I would just search their names on YouTube and just watch their videos. I would have it on while I shower. I don't shower in silence anymore. I always have something on my phone that I'm listening or my computer that I'm listening to in the shower while I was getting ready for work. I didn't have kids at the time, so while I would make breakfast, while I would drive to and from work, like drive time is huge for when you want to listen to your business development, the stuff that is considered school. Like we get to make hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands from our phone. You have to do some sort of schooling for that, right? So our school is YouTube. Hello, like how easy is that? So like Leanne is probably gonna post this on her YouTube channel, or she's gonna put it in a chat or whatever. Share this with your team and tell them to watch it tomorrow morning on their drive to work. Um, so that was like a big thing for me. I wanted to, I'm not green, like if you know the color personalities, I am not like a researcher or like give me all the information, but I am proactive and I want to learn things. Like I want to go seek things out. But I stayed super connected with my with Alyssa, my sponsor, the girl that I joined with. I stayed connected with her. I do remember like asking her questions, like tons of questions. She helped me with my conversation. So if you're like newer and you're like, I don't really know like how to explain things, I don't know what to say, the person that you joined with, or maybe their upline, they want to tell you and help you with what to say. So ask them every step of the way. Like, hey, I just messaged this person about host to post. What do I say next? Hey, they just said this. What do I say next? They just said that, like, literally the first like 10 to 20 conversations that you have with people, it's going to be, what do I say next? What do I say next? Now what? Because we want to help you through that. So I don't know if that really fits anybody, but that's just a huge part of my story. Is I was not afraid to ask questions, and I wanted to know, like, I'm not green, but like I wanted to know like how to do things like the right way, like the best way. So and then so I promoted to Ruby in my first month, Emerald in my second month, and then I sat at Emerald until like 6 or 7 months later, I think. And I went diamond. So I went diamond my 10th month. So I want to say a couple things to that. So by the way, Leanne, if you want to like break in at any point, just break in if I'm like not touching on things.
You're doing great. I love it when people share their story and they like say these things, these lessons, and all the stuff in between. Like, I love it. So keep going.
Okay, good. I just didn't want to like monopolize the whole time. But so what was I saying? Oh, so I want to encourage you guys. If you're newer, you can go fast. I went Ruby and Emerald very fast. Because I decided that like I'm gonna do this. Like I paid 99 bucks. I'm not just gonna like dink around, you know. And I was okay with staying up late a little bit, with getting up earlier, with working in the cracks of my day at work, miss like work working on the weekends. I was okay with doing stuff like that because I saw the bigger picture. So you can go fast. But I also want to encourage those of you who have been in for a little while and maybe you haven't hit a promotion in a few months or ever, or you've been stuck at Emerald like me, how I was, or stuck at Ruby, stuck at Diamond, stuck at Double. If you've been stuck for a while or you haven't promoted for a while, that's okay. It's coming. Like, and the fact that you're on this Zoom right now, just take the action step each and every day. Like, if you have promoted before, think back, like, what were you doing the month that you promoted? You were probably posting quite a bit. You were excited. Like, you had that promotion in mind all day, every day. Ate, drank, and what's the saying? Whatever that saying is. You were all about your promotion. So if you're wanting to promote right now, but you're not all about your promotion, or somebody on your team promoting, like if you're taking somebody on your team to their promotion, but you're not all about that, just change that tonight. Starting tonight, decide that like, okay, even though we have only a couple days left of June, if you're still like, like don't give up, because anything, I just shared this with my team, so Haley, this is going to be repetitive, but anything that you do these next couple days is going to set you up for what next month looks like. So just don't stop working these next couple days. I feel like I'm probably preaching to the choir because you like you guys are all on the Zoom, but at the same time, like we just need to be reminded of that. Like I need to be reminded of that sometimes on the last days of the month. Like okay, like the stuff, like you have 2 extra days of July right now. Okay, so like what is your goal 2 days? Is it 5 new customers? Is it signing a new distributor? Is it being consistent with your getting your hopes up for the next 2 days and maybe even doubling it for the next 2 days? Whatever, getting to like, get this person to 400, getting this person to Ruby, getting this person on your team to executive, whatever that, like set a goal for the next 2 days that you can be working towards. And then have your goal for July as well, that you can be working towards and have that like bigger picture. I was gonna like look up what you had. Oh, okay. So I feel bad for Haley because it's gonna be like somewhat repetitive because I just had a Zoom with a couple other girls that I kind of talked about some of these same things. But so I am all about like, what do I do? Like, tell me the practical, tell me the daily things, give me something like tangible that I can like do with my hands. So what I have been doing that I have been loving, and if you're doing this, great, keep doing it. If you're not, this helps you. Is especially right now, like I don't know if you guys are kind of the same way, but the summer is just like really like obnoxiously busy, like sports, and I have 3 kids, and my husband is coaching for the first time ever, and so it's just like, oh my, like we just it's a lot. So you're probably the same way. Um, so I have had to change a little bit how I work my business. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is be okay with having to change how you work your business every like 2 or 3 months. Like, or even like every month. Like, it's don't feel like, gosh, I must be doing something wrong because I'm not getting as much like results that I used to when I was doing XYZ. You probably just have to change what you're doing a little bit, just tweak it, or maybe even do a little bit more because of just whatever season you're in. So, what I have been doing is at night, I have been getting up 3 to 5. I would say if you're brand new at doing this, I would say go for 5. But I've been getting up 3 to 5 giveaway host to post up at night. And then I'm waking up an hour earlier than the kids. Like I wake up an hour early so that I can have a little bit of coffee and Jesus time. But honestly, that hour, especially for me in this season of life, like I can't like dink around in that hour. I have to just get right to work. And so like I used to be so against touching my phone in the first hour of the day, but I have to realize, I had to have this realization where it was like, I have to get my work done in this hour because then the kids are going to wake up. We're going to be doing this, that, like, and so like, if you're one of those people that is like, I want to have my Jesus time, I want to have like my slow morning, I want to encourage you to possibly during the summer crazy season where you might have more stuff going on, maybe kind of like put that hour of me time to the side, divvy it out somewhere else in the day so that you start your morning with dedicated host to post time. Because when you get up those like 3 to 5 giveaway host to post, I say 3 to 5, like go for 5. just do yourself a favor for now. When you get those up tonight, tomorrow morning, those posts are going to have comments on them. And you're immediately going to have people to talk to. So you're going to be working those posts, and then you're going to have those people that are commenting on the giveaway post from last night. The people commenting, they're going to be posting for you tomorrow. So it's just kind of this never-ending ball. And I'm sorry if like some of you guys are brand new and you don't know what host to post is. Just message Leanne. Like I'm sure there's she's got plenty of resources. Just write down HAP ? If you like have no idea what I'm talking about right now. But I do. This has been something that has really been helpful because I'm the type of person that like if I don't get some host to post up in the morning, I am just like anxious all day. I feel like I'm constantly behind. I feel like I'm not doing enough for my business, but then it takes away from family time. And so I'm not doing enough as a mom. And then it takes away from husband time. And I'm not doing enough as like, it's just this spiral. So if you can spend the first hour of the day dedicating to getting your host to post up, making your first post and adding to your stories, like for me, I feel so good when it's like 8 a.m. and I've got 10, 5 to 10 host to post up. Some of them kind of linger and come in as we go about the day. And then I have my first post up, and then I've got my slides up in my story. Like, I just feel on top of the world and I'm doing things right. So that's like something that has been a really big game changer for me that I'm doing in my daily business. Um, and then what was,
I have a question, Sarah, about,
yes,
so I have like a lot of people that join that they like you teach them host to post and they get off and running with it, but most people run into the obstacle of just not having a big network. And of course, like giveaway host to post help with that. But what do you recommend for people that are struggling with their network just not growing fast enough?
yes. So, sorry. um, so I also just kind of shared this on the Zoom that I had. I have some messages. Haley, could I put you on the spot to put the messages that I put in our chat? Did you save those? It's okay if you didn't. I'll send them to you, Leanne. I'll send them to you. Okay, so what I like to do for myself too, like, so this month, the giveaway post that I put on my page on like June 4th is still getting comments. It has over 300 comments. That is not like, I don't want you guys to think like, oh, I suck because I don't have that. Like, that's not normal. That's like God being like, here you go. You've had a couple crappy months of post to post. So like last month and the month before, I was having to do green light messaging. I was messaging my friends list. I was messaging people who were liking and commenting on my like personal post stuff, not about the business. I was really having to like get into people's messenger. And that's just something when you're newer and people aren't used to you posting about like doing a giveaway, or maybe like, so Facebook is all about you engaging with people. So if you're newer in the business, even in your first 3 or 4 months, you're still building that engagement reputation. So Facebook isn't showing your post to as many people on your friends list, because you're just still kind of building that connection with people in Messenger. So I want to like, this like blew my mind when I found out about it. So Facebook views Messenger. When you talk to people in Messenger, it's a meaningful connection, which means Facebook is going to start to show, like if I'm messaging Leanne, Facebook is going to start to show Leanne my post because I messaged her. Even if she doesn't message back, she's still going to start seeing my post. So I want you guys to look at Messenger as one of your number one ways of connecting with people. Unfortunately, when we post something, 2 people could see it, 3 people could see it, 5 people, 20 people, like we just know people. Like, we just don't know when a post is going to be seen. So don't put too much stock in your post. You obviously want to be consistent in posting and follow the posting training that Leanne and the girls on your team have, but put more stock into conversations in Messenger. So yes, sending happy birthdays through Messenger. That is a huge way to engage with people. So okay, so sorry, I'm like, okay, so this is, obviously you'll tweak it for whatever your giveaway is, but this message that I just sent to you, Leanne, I'll send you one more. So I just sent Leanne 2 messages. These are messages that I use for asking for host to post. And this is something I want to encourage you. So if you're like, okay, how in the heck am I going to get up 5 giveaway host to posts every night when like I don't even know who to ask? So for this week, are we Monday? It's Monday. So for this week, what I want you guys to focus on, if you're struggling with who it is for you, what I want you to do is send out, I just sent two different messages to Leanne. She can like get them to you guys. Send out one of these messages to, so if you go to your Facebook Messenger and at the bottom it has these little people. This is called green light messaging. I'm sure you guys might already know this, but you click on that and it shows you all the active people. Wait, it's on this side. I'm sorry, you guys. So it shows you all the active people, and then you click on the active people, and then so all of these people are on Facebook right now. And I want you guys, if you find yourself saying no one is posting for me, I don't have anybody posting for me, how do I find, if you find yourself saying those things, then I want you to send out post to post asks at least, I hate giving a number, at least, we'll start off with 30. Like send 30 tonight. And if 2 people reply, send 40 tomorrow night. And then 50 the next night. Just keep working your way up. But I want you to start with 30 tonight. And this is something I had to do this last month and the month before, because for whatever reason, my giveaway posts, I would post about the giveaway, and like nobody would comment in like 20 minutes. So I'm deleting that stuff. And so I'm like, well, shoot, like commenting on my post. So I got in Messenger. So you have to treat these people as if they are people that are coming into your boutique. What do you want to say to them? You want to offer them this giveaway. Duh. When you walk into a store or whatever and they're doing a giveaway, don't the people tell you about it, or the sales will say it's a giveaway. So treat these people these are the people that are walking into your boutique right now, because they're all active on Messenger right now. So all of these people have walked into your boutique. So what are you going to say to them? You're going to tell them, I'm doing this awesome giveaway out of the kindness of my heart. Da, 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 da. That's what you're going to say. Obviously, Leanne, you can use the messages that you use for the ask. I don't know why I sent that to you, like you're a brand new distributor. But if you need something newer, you guys, sometimes it's just kind of like switching up the wording. So green light messaging. And then this is my 2 other ways is people who have been or commenting on personal, like any posts that you make. So I did a post, my recent post was like my child. My 3-year-old dumped out all the Cheerios in the entire box onto my other child. It's fine. But that doesn't have anything to do with the business. So I'll click on the likes and I'll message everybody, a host to post ask, because those people they love you. They like what you're doing. They literally like what you're doing. And so you can message those people. And then the third way, is literally if you are somebody who's like having a hard time with getting conversations going, the number one, this is what got me to Ruby in my first month and Emerald in my second month. The number one way is going to your file and go to your friends list, click on your friends list, and it starts with the A's. And you open up every person and open up that message with each person, and you're going to send them a host to post ask. And there are, you can kind of gauge it, like maybe you want to send them a product ask or an opportunity ask, but you have to get into your network's messenger. That's just how. And then as far as like growing your network, you start by giving the first 5 people that say yes to host a posting for you a giveaway host to post. And I'll send Leanne, this is the one that I've been using. If you guys have one that is working for you, keep using that. But this one is mine. I tweak it every time, so it's a little bit different than this. But this one gets comments every time. So I just sent that to Leanne so she can share that with you guys. But yeah, your first 5 posts each day should be giveaway host to post and that's kind of my rule of thumb anyway, but especially if you're starting getting host to post with growing your network, giveaway host to post first 5.
Okay, I love all those tips. Like those were such good tips. And I really love that you ask people at night to do the giveaway so that by the morning when you go and check them, like you already have so many people to friend and message and start your day off so strong. I love that tip. I'm
Yeah.
gonna definitely use that. And my team, we just started today, 30 minutes of messaging in the morning on Zoom. And I already heard like such good feedback from that. So I think incorporating, if you guys do this at night as well and just send those messages at night, that way when you come to the morning Zoom, you're going to have so many people to be working through. So I love that. And honestly, when you said you have to be in conversations in Messenger, I was like, thank the Lord, preach it because it's what I say. It doesn't even matter. Like, I've messaged so many people every day consistently, and that's why my giveaway posts go like on my page, get hundreds of comments. That's why I get so much interaction and love on my stories and lives. And I think
Yep.
people see that and they're like, you're just popular. No, 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 no. I'm not popular. I
Oh
just have
no.
really hard at growing this consistently. So I love that you said that. And honestly, you guys, when she said like she struggles also with host to posts, you guys, just because we're triple diamonds does not mean we have this figured out. You have to constantly be pivoting and changing things in the business always, all the
Yep.
way to the top. You're never going to have it completely figured out. And when you do have it figured out in the moment, you'll know it's going to change eventually. So you have to run with it while you have it, and then you're going to have to change things and pivot. So I like that you said that, and you're normal. Like you're a regular human. And if you can do this, like we can all, everyone on here can do it. It's just you've been consistent longer. You've been doing it. Um, I love that. I love all the host to post tips. Thank you for sharing those. And your messages too were great. I like seeing what people send because I'm like, my message is not working. So what do I need to change? And sometimes it's
Yeah.
just tweaking something and it works better. What about distributors? Where are you finding distributors?
Yeah. So I am not a TikTok person. I did it and like I mean what it's probably just excuses, but I've just Facebook, I'm a Facebook. So like that's what's working right now. That's what I have the brain capacity for right now. So I will okay, I'm just gonna give you all the things, but after so I'll send you two messages. One is for customer and one is for distributor. So after somebody hosts a post for me, you have to have a message that you send them that is more than just thank you. When somebody hosts a post for you, you literally have a potential customer or a potential distributor in your hands right now because they're talking to you. So, so what I send is this one is for customer. I sent it to Leanne. She'll put it in the chat. And then this one is for distributor. She'll put that in the chat. And that gets the ball rolling for customers and distributors. And I would say lately, I have been signing more distributors from offering the business after somebody hosts a post for me than anything, which is crazy because it's like it used to be like filling out my brand rep application, and then it was opportunity host a post in general. Like I moved away from doing opportunity host a posts for a little while because I was just doing giveaway and product. But I have started doing opportunity again actually this month. So and I do have like some good like about 5 like solid potentials. So it's but my biggest thing is like don't waste the person that just posted for you. Like don't waste that opportunity to share either the products or the business with them. And don't overthink it. Like I had somebody the other day ask me like, okay, I hope you can track this with. So like she asked if I have somebody from a giveaway host a post, so a brand new friend, like Leanne, let's say Leanne commented on a giveaway host a post and we've become friends and she just posted for me. they asked like, do you wait to offer the products or the business like a couple days? Do you wait to see if their post gets comments to offer the business? And I was like, no. Like I don't have time to keep track of that stuff. So I just ask them right away. When they say done or posted, I send them the thank you, love to offer you my VIP discount, or thank you. I can't not tell you. I think you'd be amazing at this. Would an extra $500 to $1,000 a month be beneficial for you? Like those are the messages. So I ask them right away. And then I do send out here. Let me send you one more. So I do um, message people from my friends. I hate the term cold message, but I feel like that like makes sense. Like people know what that means. I don't mean it in a cold way because my heart is not cold. But I use this one a lot. Um, and so that one just kind of gets the conversation started. They usually end up like I don't always get tons of replies to that message that I just put. But when people open it and then they go to my page or they see the giveaway that I posted about, like it's all just like those little gateway connections. So yeah, my distributors are coming from messaging again. Like it's just like some people are doing TikTok. It's just kind of one of those things that it's like, what do you have the mental capacity for? But not making excuses. Like if I had the time and the mental capacity to do TikTok, I would be on because I like TikTok, but season of life, I just can't.
I love that because honestly, I feel like we all have our own seasons and things that work are like working for us, and I'm a big believer in if it's not broken, don't fix it. So if you're doing something that is bringing you potentials, that is bringing you new conversations every day, then don't stop doing that. And if you can try something new and stay consistent long enough to like figure it out, then definitely do that. Or if what you're doing isn't working, you got to change it. You got to pivot and start something else and take, notes from other people, and that's where YouTube is amazing cuz that's where I'm like, okay, what's working for everyone cuz my thing stopped working. But I love that you were just real and honest and honestly just asking people after host to post because you guys that is what we do. Majority of what we do is host to post, right? So if someone does that for you, they're already doing what we do. And they're going to see that. If you explain it the way she said, like they're going to see that. And if not, at least you planted the seed and opened the door. And now they're going to watch all your posts and they're going to see you talking about the business or the products and they're going to be knocking on your door before you know it. That's how some of you
Yeah.
have ended up on this Zoom because you were a product of a host post. So it really does work. So you have to ask people though. But thank you for sending those. Those are so helpful. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit. You're a busy mama of three, and I've got most of these girls are moms, and some of them are moms and working full time. Some are just working full time, like you said when you started the like 60-hour work weeks and stuff, and that was me in the beginning. So if you have tips for them, like how do you fit this in? How are you juggling kids and business and life and all those things?
Yes. So I'm going to shift my camera over here. Don't judge my but that up there, it's hard to see. But I have a whiteboard with I call it a block schedule. It's not really a new concept, but it's a newer concept to me. I started it at the beginning of this year, I think. We had conference in yeah, it was the beginning of this year. So I do a block schedule. I'm not perfect. Days it doesn't happen, but I have it literally written down like rise 6 to 8 a.m. That's when I do my well, okay, this is I just told you guys this is a little bit different right now in this season. I spend the first hour of the day doing work. So this is a little bit different, but I literally wrote out during from 6 to 8 a.m. I'm gonna do quiet time, get ready, I'm gonna do my personal development. I have to give Nash his bottle, journal, record. If the kids are doing something, record me making my coffee. I'm not gonna post it, but I literally write out like what am I gonna do from this hour to this hour. So And then 8 to 11 is my morning power hour. And obviously, I have been, because of this business, I've been able to quit my job. So those of you who have a job, you have to kind of work this block schedule into your job, and you have to assign your hours, like write out from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, assign each hour, or if you can do a 2 hour or a 30-minute here, a 30-minute there. And I'm not talking about just assign, yes, tell your time where to go. I'm not talking about assign it like, okay, I work from this time to this time, so that all is assigned to work. No, there has to be something in there that you can, or it's a bathroom break and you are replying. That's what I love about boards is like when you open up your phone, don't scroll. You need to go immediately to your collections and you need to click on your saved post to post and you need to start replying to comments, and then you need to go to your messenger, and you need to reply to messages. Like, don't scroll when you're going to the bathroom, when you're walking to and from somewhere, when you're lunch. Do not scroll. um, so if you are full time, figure out like the chunks of your day, whether it's 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, a 15-minute break, 30-minute lunch break, that you can be resolute with your time that you are going to spend on the business. And then assign your time. Like I have 10 to 11 is quality time with my husband, and I don't have my phone. And then I have, what was the other thing I was just going to say? Oh, I have assigned like creative time, where that's when if I have somebody to call about the bills, if I have to clean something, if I have like any phone calls, like just those just like suck up your day. I feel like not about the business, like insurance call, whatever, adulting call. Have that. I don't like making a grocery list. I don't make my grocery list in the morning when I'm supposed to be working. I don't do grocery pickup, like we do a lot of like pickup or delivery. I don't do that on my, like, don't do that on your lunch break. If your lunch break is for work, for doing host to post and doing your business, then that's what you need to spend your lunch break on. And then get your family involved. Like ask your husband a week, or honestly, if you're going for a promotion and this is going to change your financial status, if this is going to your finance, you into a home, or get you into buying a home or a new car, or quitting your job, or your husband quitting his, or whatever, let your go like, okay, for this couple months, I'm going to need you to out. Shoot. Okay. Oh, can you hear me? Okay. Um, like ask your significant other to like just let them know, like I be working. I need to work from this time to this time. You're gonna have to remind your significant other every single day, especially if you kids. Like I can't even tell you for how long we would argue. Like every day we would argue about it. Like I need you to watch the kids. I need more patient with the kids. I need you. I need you to make dinner. I'm gonna be in the room, so it looks like I'm sitting on my phone in bed. This is our income. Like you have to be okay reminding your significant other, and even your kids, like if they're old enough, like my 3-year-old is finally starting to get old enough that I can be like, mommy's working, like I need you to go out in the living room because mommy's working and I'll play with you in an hour. When the time says this, I'm gonna come play with you. And then I focus on my work time when it's that time. So you have to be selfish with whatever time it is that you have assigned your time to. If it's significant other time, put the phone away. Don't be thinking about your phone. Don't be thinking about your business. Put it away and be with your significant other. If it's kid time, if it's dinner time, like family dinner time, don't be on your phone. Don't be thinking about work. Don't be worried about it, because if you got your work done in the morning and you got it done on lunch break, then you can give yourself that relaxed time with your family, and then that you're going to get back to work the last hour of the night, getting your 5 giveaway host to post up. Um, so yeah, assign your time. That is like the biggest thing. And then just commit to it. And on the days where you fall down for a little bit, just don't fall down the whole day. Don't go a single day, except if you do a Sabbath, but don't go a single day not doing something for your business. Because that, like, once you do one, you'll do two, and then three, and then four, and then half of the month, and then it's the last 2 days of the month, and you said you were going to promote, and da 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 da. And like, just don't get into that hole, but like really assign your time. I did I already say I'm not green? Like, I probably sound like I'm green with like this whole schedule thing, but um you just have to tell your time where to go. That's like my biggest thing.
Yeah, all of that was so good. And I like that you're not green, but yet you're still following a schedule. You don't have to be green to
Yeah.
be organized. Like that's something that I feel like just because we're like, oh, I'm not green, it's like your excuse to like not do that.
Yeah.
It's you're a business owner, and if you want to
Yeah.
make a full-time income with this, you have to be responsible. And that means you have to somehow figure out a schedule on how you're going to get your work done and commit to it, like you said. And one thing that I like that you said is like involving your spouse. Make sure they know they're not just, mad because you disappear and they're like, "What are you doing?" and they catch you on your phone. Like make sure it's clear communication. My husband knows, and yes, I still have to remind him. I'm 5 years in and I
Yep.
leave calls every day at the same time. And I still have to remind him, I have a call at this time. You have to take care of the child. Like
Yep.
it's still a conversation or a reminder every single day, and that's okay. But as long as you have the communication, the expectations, everything, it'll be fine. And then involving your kids too. I have a 2 year old, and every time I sign a customer or a distributor, we celebrate. We clap our hands, we dance. He says, "Yay, mama." Like it is so fun and so cute and makes me feel so good. And he's going to grow up knowing like this is what mommy does. This helps us pay bills. This is you want to involve your kids. That's
Yep.
just going to help everybody understand more, and they're not going to think that you're just ignoring them and scrolling and doing that. If you're actually working, then it's going to be fine. Um, and then honestly, you guys, just the nooks and crannies. That's how I went double diamond. That's how I went distributor to double in a year was nooks and crannies. I was running to the bathroom at work and like you said, not scrolling. It was reply, reply, reply to as many people as I could. And that was before boards, before WordBoard, before all the
Yeah.
apps. And on my lunch break, I can't tell you how many times I signed customers and distributors on my lunch break because that time I dedicated to working. It was eat my food as fast as I can and work. And some of you guys might be listening to this thinking like, I don't want to do that. Like I want to enjoy my break. Well, then that's your choice. That means you're saying that's what you're choosing over this business. And so it kind of comes down to your why. I knew I wanted to leave my job. I
Yep.
knew I wanted to make a full-time income. So that meant for a while it was kind of hard and it sucked. And it was like nonstop, doing this and that and juggling all the things. But I'm very thankful for it now because I'm home full time and I've never missed a moment of my son's life. So that's where, if your why is strong enough, you want to. You want to work in the nooks and crannies. Like you can't keep yourself away from it because you're so excited for what's to come. So that's part of it. Those were all such good tips, though. So let's talk about the people because I have a few people that they show up to everything. They're so consistent. They post every day. They're doing host to post. They're doing the things that we've talked about you should be doing to grow, but they're just like not making that solid progress and growth towards a promotion. What's your advice for them?
Yes. So I have a couple of people like that as well, and you just like want it so badly for them. And a couple of things that I have to say that I recently walked through myself. Like I was saying, the last couple months, like it has been like pulling teeth to get people to host a post for me, and so I had to kind of start doing something a little bit newer, which is this giveaway, doing the giveaways, giveaway host to post at night. So I would say the first thing is, it depends. Like, if you haven't been doing this business for more than 3 months, sometimes it just takes a little time. And like I say that to encourage you to just keep going, to keep doing the things that you're, if you know that you are doing the work that needs to be done, you're getting 10 plus, like 10 to 15 hosts to post up every single day, and they're getting comments, and your network's growing, and you're posting, and you're getting on the Zooms, you're building your business mindset to have the team that is coming to you. Sometimes God wants to build your heart for your team before he brings you the team. Because some people come into the business and have awesome success right away, and then they go through kind of like the, I don't want to say pit, because you're not in a pit, but like they go through the period of like learning, like, oh, this isn't always fast. But some people come into the business and they are steady. And so if you're in a steady season, just keep doing that, keep being consistent, and just know that the harvest is coming. And I know that's not always like the favorite answer, but also check with your upline and your enroller and even some leaders on the team, and ask them like hard questions like, um, can you look at my Facebook page, and do you think that there's anything that I could tweak with my posts? Because you might be um, doing your post maybe not quite as personal as your network needs. Like, everybody's network is different. Like, if I like, there are some products that I post, like cleanse and gummies. When I post about cleanse and gummies, it gets a lot of stuff. But when I post about coffee, it like barely gets anything. And I'm like, everybody drinks coffee. What? So like, you kind of have to be open to learning a little bit about like, okay, when I like go through your page a little bit and see like, okay, when I post about my kids, it gets a ton of engagement. When I post about coffee, it doesn't really get anything. But when I post about gummies, like, oh, that got some comments. So okay, I'm gonna post consistently about gummies. And then so be okay asking your enroller some of those questions, like, um, to have like an analysis of like what could be going on. So it could take some time. The second was something that just left my brain. Um, Dang it. Say the question again and maybe it'll spark it. I'm so sorry.
If someone's like just being consistent and doing all the things that they know that they should be doing, but not seeing the progress.
Yeah. Okay. So I would encourage you to like amp it up. So when you're newer, sending like, this even gets me. I'll be like sending messages and I'm like, I had to have sent like at least 30, and it was like 10. And so like when you're working, when you're sending messages, and even when you're getting host to post up, I'll be like, I've got my 10 host to post up. I probably have 15 up. And I'll look at my saved collections and it's 4. But it feels like more. And so that's always something that I like to ask people is like, okay, if you go to your collections for your, or however you save your host to post, and you look at how much you're getting up each day, is it 10 plus? And if it's not, then that could be the issue. Is you just have to get more host to post up. This business is just numbers, the more connections you make, the more lives you change. So looking at your host to post count each day, and then also are your messages. Look at your inbox and send your like count how many people you talk, new people you talk to each day, new messages you send out each day. and tell your sponsor. And if it's 10, then I say this in the most loving way, but that's just not enough, especially if you're not getting results. Like if you send out 10 messages and everybody messages you back and you're getting customers, like great, that's awesome. I wish I was you. But a lot of the times when you're kind of in like a little bit of a valley, you do need to send out 50, 60, 70 messages. And don't look at it as like, I'm cold messaging, I'm bugging people. You're not. You're not. And if you are bugging that person, then I hope they unfriend you or I hope their attitude changes. But you don't need that person in your network then. If they truly are bugged by you, because you are somebody that is just providing for your family in a way that makes you happy, that makes you feel passionate and excited. And maybe you might not feel passionate right now, but you did when you joined, and you have some time in your time in this business, you felt excited. And that, like, if somebody has a problem with that, that's them, that's not you. And so I don't want you to think like, oh, I don't want to message people because I don't want to bug them. Like, again, these are the people that are walking into your boutique, or they are, yeah, we'll just do the boutique. Like, these are the people that are walking into your boutique. What do you want to say to them? Like, if I had a boutique and somebody walked into my boutique, I would probably sound salesy to them because I'm trying to sell them my stuff, and so don't be afraid to talk to people. But those are like the two big things, is like, how many host posts are you really getting up? Because I have to do that too to myself. And how many messages are you really sending out? And then just your belief, like, sorry, one more thing, I'm sorry. Just like if you're speaking things like, and I was doing it the last couple months and I stopped doing it, but if you're speaking things like, um, nobody wants to host a post for me. I was saying, like, it was like pulling teeth to get people to host a post. Like, that's so bad. But if you're saying those things over your business, then that's what's going to happen over your business. So each day, like, write out those affirmations. Write out, I am a Ruby. I attract Ruby leaders. I attract leaders of leaders. My business is booming. People come to me ready to say yes. Like, whatever you want, whatever positive affirmations you want to say and put out there, um, like, you have to write those down, and you have to say those. Like, I have alarms. I have alarms to go off in my phone like every like hour and a half, 2 hours. Um, and it says stuff like, I am a leader of leaders. My This is my favorite. At 9:30, my host posts are popping. So like by 9:30, my host posts better be popping. I attract yeses. I have daily enrollments. God is working. This is another favorite. My kids behave. At 5:10, right around dinner time. I am presidential. So like have these. If you're somebody that like is super busy, like put alarms on your phone. Just go off to remind you, and then just say it. Just say it out loud under your breath wherever you are. Or if you're somebody that really likes to write things out in the morning or at night before you go to bed, write write your affirmations out and start speaking that over your business, and just know that that does work. It's not going to produce like this crazy harvest the next day. Like, you're going to see it in the coming weeks and months. I got over 300 comments on my giveaway post on June 4th, because the last 2 months I have been messaging everybody and like a lot of people weren't responding, but a lot of the people that commented on my giveaway post this month, when I went to my messages with them, I had messaged them last month or the month before, or I wished them happy birthday, or I messaged them and I said, what can I hope you're having a great week. Is there anything I can pray for you for? And they told me, or whatever, like, or some people didn't tell me, but yeah, just know that like you're not going to have this huge result after 2 days of writing out your affirmations and speaking belief over your business. It's going to come days, weeks, months, years. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's I think a lot of this is always has to do with your mindset because when you do something consistently for so long and you're not seeing massive results like you want, you easily can get discouraged. So you have to know that and take those steps to prevent that discouragement and keep your mindset excited and fresh because when you are excited and on a roll, you all of a sudden are enrolling and you're on momentum and when you're on the momentum, you know nothing can stop you. So the mindset is huge. And then a lot of the times it really is you're just not doing enough and you think you are. And that's when you need to start keeping track if you really do think you're doing enough. Or if you're like, this is what you recommend I do, but I'm not seeing the results, then you need to amp that up because your
Yeah.
network, whatever you're going through, you need more. And that's okay. I go through those seasons where I'm like, I only need to message this many people, and then the next month it's like I need to message double that to get the same results. And so it's
Yeah.
just knowing that and going from there. Um, okay, so my last question is if you could go back to the beginning of your business and tell yourself something, what would you tell yourself?
Okay, so oh man, I have like a couple things. One thing I kind of already said it is do something for your business every single day. Like don't let a day go by that you don't do something. Um, and then like paired with that, um, if you have like a slow day or whatever you want to call it, a slump day, don't have two in a row. Like if yesterday was like that, tomorrow's a new day. And then the what was it? Oh, start doing leadership development like right away. Um, and some things that I like to do is I really like listening to Craig Groeschel. He has a leadership podcast, or he has YouTube. I just put it on my YouTube. He has YouTube. He's also a pastor, so I'll listen to his sermons. But he also has leadership stuff. And then John Maxwell. His books are really easy to read. His audibles are easy to listen to. And like leadership development is going to kind of feel a little bit like it's not like super duper glamorous, but when you have a rock star team, you're going to want to have put in the work to so that your heart and your mind can handle that, because you're not going to grow a rock star team without putting in the work to know how to lead them. And you're not always going to be perfect or anything like that. Like doing development doesn't mean that you're, arrive and you're perfect. It just put in the work now. Don't wait until you have distributors to learn the best way to treat them and to not, but I was going to say handle them. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like the best way to lead them. Don't wait to have a distributor to learn how to lead them. Learn now.
Yeah, that's really good advice because so many times people are like, I don't have a team or my team's not working. And it's like, well, you're not ever going to have a team or a team that's working until you become a leader yourself. And that's leading from the front and learning those things and those skills because most of us aren't natural born leaders. And even if you are, you still have so much to learn about leadership. Like I've always been naturally a good leader, but this business has taught me so much I did not
Yeah,
realize.
same.
So I love that advice. So everybody on here should be starting that if you haven't. She named a couple of amazing things that I do too. So Craig Rochelle, John Maxwell are two that I would definitely plug into. And honestly, you guys, YouTube is your best friend for every single thing out there. It's like better than Google because it's videos. So go and just YouTube whatever you need. And like that's anything in the business, leadership, or if you're like, I don't know how to do this thing on Instagram, go YouTube it and there's a video
Yep,
on how to do it. That's how I've learned everything I know. So,
same.
uh, do you have any last just advice for everybody? It's month end. We have a couple of days left and going into July, and maybe even like advice for the summer because that's where a lot of people get distracted.
Yeah, so you joined this business for a reason. Um, and don't forget that during the summer while you're playing with your kids and sorry, my husband just walked in. While you're playing with your kids or taking your kids here and there and whatnot, and you want to use too busy as an excuse, but you joined this business so that you can quit your job or provide, like, pay for dance or pay for sports, like something for your kids, or pay off this debt, or buy the dream home, the car, whatever it is. Like, you join this business for a reason, and that reason doesn't take the summer off. Because if you take the summer off, you're putting yourself back at square one, basically. And I don't say that to like freak you out. I say that just like this business is meant for a busy schedule. Like, if you assign your hours, like I was saying earlier, assign your hours and stick to it. And when things come up, okay. But if something comes up in the afternoon, then that means you have to stay up an hour later, or you have to, like, that day, like, you have to get your work in. You have to look at this business like a business, because it's not going to pay you hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands for you to skip, for you to not work. It's just, it is what it is. Like, how I decided that this is going to be my thing. This is my career. This is what pays the bills. You have to have that decision too. This is what's going to bring me home. This is what's going to retire my husband. This is what's going to, I can do this passion project. Like, whatever your reason is, don't take the summer off, because your reason is not taking the summer off. It's not going to go away over the summer.
Yeah, I love that. I always say we're not teachers. Teachers get the summer off. We don't. Like, if you wanted the summer off, you should have went and been a teacher, okay? So, I love that. Such good advice. Everything you said was so good. Thank you for sharing your messages and everything and being so one team, one mission. I absolutely loved hearing everything you had to say, and I can't wait to one day get to meet you in person when we're allowed to do this again.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. So, thank you to Sarah.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.